Hello YouTube, this is Crosscheck and welcome once again. This is the third part of a little series that I'm doing teaching new flight simmers how to well, make a flight plan and then put the flight plan into your aircraft systems, configure everything for departure and arrival, and then an example of a little flight. And this video is now the example. We already selected the airports, made the flight plan. We set all the configuration, the FMC and the autopilot. So now we just need to continue starting up the aircraft, and away we go. So if you missed the other videos, make sure to watch those first. I'm gonna put the links in the description. So watch those first so you know what's going on and you can keep up with me. And remember, this is for beginners. This is not for hardcore flight simmers and professional pilots or any kind of pilot, really. This is for beginners. This is for people who don't know what the hell is going on. So this is a good introduction into being able to fly the default 737 and make your own flight plans and all that. Okay, so yeah, make sure you watch the other two videos first, then come back to this one, and yeah, you'll learn how to work this aircraft with all the configuration that we already did. Anyway, yeah, this is not gonna teach you the startup procedures. I do have also another video on startup procedures, so make sure you check that one out. Right now I'm just gonna make sure I am ready for engine startup, which I think I am. So let's just put the anti-collision lights on and let's go. Fuel pumps on, bleed is on, and that should be about it. Okay, there goes engine 2. Okay. Engine 1. Ooh, that was fast. Lots of bleed pressure. So yeah, comes up really fast. APU bleed, you can go home. APU, well, let's start the generators for the engines. APU generator off and APU off. Hydraulic pumps on. Yaw damper on. And I think we are good on that. We're gonna be flying, if I'm not mistaken, we chose flight level 240. 240, and our landing altitude, you can see in Sky Vector, landing altitude is 14 feet. So yeah, 000 automatic, that's good. Okay, so what's next? Okay, let me set this up, get my joystick. Oh boy. Whoops. Okay, well, that was something. My joystick was messing things up. I'm sorry about that. I should have checked that before turning on the engines. Anyway, so flaps 5 for departure. We can see here the flaps going to 5. Speed brakes must be unarmed. the auto brakes RTO. Altimeter is selected. Flaps is currently on 5. What else? What am I missing? No, I think we're good. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, the trim. Let's just make sure it's on the green. Let's put it right in the center of the green. There we go. And squawk code, we're gonna keep it at 2000. And yeah, let's push back. Do we have pushback services? Oh, we do. That's awesome. Goodbye, little cart. Oh, this is not the pushback. I am doing something else. Okay, no, I want the push cart. There you go. Look at you going all insane. Here we go. Are you gonna ask me for my parking brake? Okay, there we go. Parking brakes removed. And there he goes. Awesome. Parking brakes set. You paid the fuel bill, right? I don't think I did, and who cares? Let's go. Okay, so now we are ready for taxi. That means we need our runway turn off and taxi lights. Also, we should have our position lights on steady from a while ago. We don't need wing, no wheel well, no logo. And taxi to right, there we go. Okay. And let's just see. So we are here, we're gonna go Papa Whiskey, Papa Mike, Sierra Echo. No, my bad. We're going 08 left. My bad. We're gonna go Papa Whiskey, Sierra Whiskey, and hold short, runway 08 left. We're gonna be on the... We're gonna end up over here, right? Holding point, runway 08 left. So let's go, Papa Whiskey, Sierra Whiskey. Quite simple. We may be able to see, I think we're gonna have some, whoa, what's up with those trees? That's interesting. Okay, so this right here should be Papa Whiskey. So now we are taxiing via Papa Whiskey. Yeah, there it goes. It shows us we are on Papa Whiskey, and to our right it would have been Papa Mike. But we must stay on Papa Whiskey for the time being. And then that is Sierra Mike. We're gonna be turning left on Sierra Mike. go. Now we are on Sierra Mike, and this one is Tango Sierra, which we're not taking. We're staying on Sierra Mike. Let's go. Sierra Mike. That is the runway 08 right holding point, which we are not interested in because we are taking 08 left. And here we are. This is Sierra Whiskey, the holding point for runway 08 left. Okay, parking brake is set. Let's make sure everything is in order. The flaps look good. Auto brake, speed brake. Engines are good. The autopilot configuration is good. The FMC configuration is good. The how's it called, this guy? I think it's, I forgot. The DU? Yes? No, these are the DUs. Main panel and the lower. I don't remember how this is called now. Anyway, yeah, let's do taxi lights off. I call landing lights on. Position strobe and steady. And squawk mode to Charlie. That would be Tara. Our transponder is fully active. Now let's get into the runway. And yeah, we're pretty much ready for takeoff. So let's just do that. Let's just go ahead and take off. Okay, so now we are ready for takeoff. I will recommend going back to map, just to look right ahead of you. 10 nautical miles is good. Altimeter is set. Everything looks in order. And yeah. So what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna arm my LNAV. Oh, it doesn't seem. Oh, well, there we go. Don't use VNAV. It's a trap. It's horrible. Don't use it. We're going. No, it's 5,000. What am I in? 3,000. My bad. My bad. This is our first altitude clearance is 5,000. So let's do 5,000. And yeah, we're good to go. Okay, let's rock and roll. Oh, well, takeoff configuration. Nice. Parking brakes. Okay, here we go. $80 knots. 100 knots. 120. Rotate. Closet rate, gear up. Now let's put the autopilot and vertical speed. I think we can do 2,000 feet per minute. And let's see our speed. Let's wait for it to go 180. Now flaps 2. Flaps 1. And let's go to flaps 0 before reaching 200 knots. We're doing great. We're still increasing our speed, and we are climbing. I'm gonna set the speed selector once we reach 240, so we maintain that speed. We don't want to go over 250, below 10,000 feet. 230 and 240. There we go. Okay, now the aircraft is climbing 2,000 feet per minute, and we'll reach 5,000 feet. We have LNAV active, which means we are going to, all the aircraft is basically going to flight its headings by itself. We can open up this a little bit more, 20 nautical miles. Yeah, everything looks great. Okay, so we have the altitude warning bell, or it's called. That means we are 1,000 feet away from reaching our desired altitude. And there you go, the aircraft is turning all by itself. It's following the flight plan. Okay, 5,000 feet, so as we know this is a transition altitude. That means the altimeter should be set to standard. Right now it's 1027. We click on standard, and there we go, altimeter set to standard. And now the aircraft is obviously, it shows a different altitude, so now it's going to have to maneuver itself again to reach 5,000 once again. And there we go, 5,000 feet. Maintaining 5,000 feet, maintaining 240 knots. Okay, now let's imagine we have clearance from the ATC to go to our cruise altitude, which is 240. So I'm going to be increasing the altitude, and it is very slow. So I can actually, once I'm about 1,500 feet over my current altitude, I can turn the vertical speed on and start a climb of at least 1,500 feet per minute, and I can continue turning my altitude selector all the way to 240, that is 24,000 feet. And the aircraft can begin its climb. It doesn't have to wait for me to reach on the selector to 24,000 and then start climbing. So yeah, two birds, one stone, right? And there we go, 24,000 feet. And actually, we may be able to do a level change. Let's do, yeah, because I wanna reach our cruise altitude as fast as possible. So let's do level change. And now the aircraft is gonna throttle all the way up, and we'll start climbing as much as it possibly can, maintaining 240 knots. If you don't know how the autopilot works, you have some doubts on the autopilot, please make sure to watch a video I already made on the autopilot and how the autopilot works and what it does. So yeah, make sure you do that, and then come back here. Anyway, yeah, so we're climbing 3,600 feet per minute, maintaining 240 knots. Once we go over 10,000, we don't have speed limits, so I think I'm gonna change to I'm gonna change to Mach. I think I can, instead of indicated airspeed, and go to 0.8 Mach. We should be around 300 knots on the indicated airspeed. Okay, well above 10,000 feet now, so let's see our Mach. expecting. Let's do 300 knots for the time being. So now the aircraft is going to speed up to 300 and then continue the climb as fast as possible. Now we're at about 10,000 feet. The landing lights can go off, runway turn off, go off, and the position short and steady we maintain, and anti-collision will maintain. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I want to be able to see my full flight plan. There we go, 160 miles, that should be good enough. So my top of descent. I don't know why, I am guessing this green marking right here is my top of descent, maybe? I'm not sure, but I think I'll start my top of descent there. All my descent, I will start my descent on the green mark. See what's cooking. On this waypoint, which looks like I cannot read it. Let's see. It's Ridney. Ridney. This is the one. Once I am on Ridney, I am going to select my approach. Look at the weather, the current weather, and select my approach. But for the time being, let's keep climbing to flight level 240. Alright, so now we are reaching our cruise altitude of 24,000 feet. So from here on, it's actually going to be, well, there's not much going on. And yeah, until we reach Ridney, then we look at our approach, just make sure everything's in order, because on the last video, we did set our approach. We just need to make sure before the descent that the weather hasn't changed much, and that our actual runway is still the same. So yeah, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so now we are reaching Ridney. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, a little bit, I said. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's see our current weather conditions. Okay, so right now it's variable, 2 knots. So we can proceed as we planned, which was, if I am not mistaken, we are coming in. Well, firstly, we're coming in from aircraft, and we are doing the aircraft to Papa arrival to. We're going to be reaching the Bravo Mike November EOR, and from there we're going to be doing the. No, wait, actually, we're doing that approach. We're doing the transition of aircraft 09er. So this is basically what we're going to be doing. This turn right here, and we're going to end up right here, lined up with the runway. And yeah, it's going to be runway 09er, obviously. But I'm gonna go ahead and do set up the ILS just to show you guys how it works. I'm gonna do the ILS for runway 09er. It's frequency 110 decimal 30, course of 087. Let's go over here to the nav, and 10.30, and then we switch it to active, and the course was 087, wasn't it? 087. There we go. That ought to do it. Okay, and I will. I still believe that green marking is the top of the scent. So, yeah, that's the way I'm gonna roll. So let's see. By Delta Whiskey 420, we need to be at around 5,000. But you know what? I'm more interested on reaching EBT at 3,000, and that I think is basically gonna be where we're gonna intercept the ILS glide slope. So yeah, if you don't know how the ILS works, I also have a video on the ILS approach, so a little tutorial there, so make sure you check that one out as well. Lots of learning to do, Anyway, we are really close to the top of the scent. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my altitude selector to 3,000. Okay, so there we go, 3,000 feet for the altitude selector. Come on, man. There we go, 3,000 feet. Awesome. So once I reach that little marking, I am going to do a level change just to expedite our descent. And yeah, we should do fine. We should do fine. No problem. Clear skies. It's quite beautiful. ATM. Okay, so it seems we're almost there. Let's just pass it. Okay, so remember, transition altitude is 5,000 feet, and below 10,000 feet we're gonna have to reduce speed to at least, well, we need to be below 250. Almost there. Almost there. We'll probably passed it. It just, as we're gonna be expediting our descent, I'm not too worried. But yeah, I think it's time. Let's go. Level change. Here we go. Throttles automatically go to idle, and the aircraft is just gonna plummet to its death. Well, no, it's not gonna do that, right? But it's gonna maintain 300 knots, and it's gonna be well, just going down there as fast as possible in 3,000 feet per minute. That's something. What else? I think we can zoom in a little bit more. No, maybe we can wait just a little bit more, because the next one is 40 nautical miles. It's gonna be around here. So let's just wait for the 40 to be about here, and then we zoom in to 40 nautical miles. Yeah, but other than that, there's not much to do. We just wait. Okay, so now we have 40 miles on this turn, so let's zoom in to 40 nautical miles. There we go. Okay, I think we're doing really good with the altitude. Not a problemo. Still a little bit to go for 10,000. That's when we do our next. Well, actually, we should be checking our QNH. Let's do a little refresh. It's gonna be 1027 for our arrival. Exactly the same as it was on the departure. 1027. Okay, so now we are reaching 10,000 feet, so let's slow down to 220. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go for a vertical speed now. Well, let's just wait for the aircraft to slow down. Having a little of trouble there. And also, let's turn our landing lights on. Runway turn off lights. And yeah, that's all we're gonna be needing for the time being. We can set our auto brakes to 2. I think that's alright. And our speed brake is armed. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, it's still slowing down, but we're good. We're still 20 nautical miles away from Delta Whiskey 405, and we should be about 6,500 feet at that point, so we're doing pretty good, no problem. Let's see our vertical speed. Let's do a negative 1,500 feet per minute. I think that's okay. And our speed, let's try and maintain 220. It seems we need to take it a little bit easier on the vertical speed so we can reach our speed of 220. Okay, that ought to do it. I hope. Still 17 nautical miles away, and we're already at 9,000, so we're about 3,000 feet away from our altitude, well, our goal. And then 5 nautical miles more on 5,000, and 8 nautical miles more on 3,000. So yeah, doing great. And I think we can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Nice. So the flaps, we can see the flaps here. Landing gear limit, we can extend it below 270 knots. Whoa, what was that? That was interesting. We can extend them below 270. To retract them, maximum speed is 235 knots. And to just extend it, the maximum speed we can reach is 320 knots, which is basically really fast, super fast. The flaps limit, we can be at 250 knots, below 250 knots at 1 and 2 and 5. 110, it's 210 knots. So right now we're doing 230. Maybe we can do flaps 2 to help the aircraft slow down a little bit. Actually, we can go to flaps 5. No, flaps 2 is good. It's helping us slow down. We're 9 nautical miles away. Yeah, I think we're doing really good like this. Yeah, let's do flaps 5. Why not? Okay, flaps 5. Doing great. 6,000, actually we're gonna be past it, so we can probably slow down our vertical speed or our descent as you want to see it. Let's maintain it to minus 500 for the time being. going to reach 5,100. Okay, so you know what? Let's keep going. Let's do 1,000. Let's do 1,000, and once I reach 5,000 feet, I can put the altimeter. I can switch it to what was it? 1027. So now we're gonna do the U-turn. Really close to it. The airport is behind us. Any second now. Let's do 800. Oh, 1,000 is good. We're almost there, so let's set the altimeter. Okay, it's 1027. Let's get over here and select 1027. There we go. Okay, 8 nautical miles to be at 3,000 feet. So let's do that is 1,400, and we probably should slow down at least to 180 knots. Let's see, we can do 10 flaps below 210. So let's wait to go below 210. I don't think we're gonna be going below 210. I like this. Okay, maybe we need a little bit of speed brakes. Okay, speed brakes half. I really think we need to slow down. Okay, let's select the approach. And there we go. We are with the glide slope. Oh, I'm sorry, we are with the localizer, and we are below the glide slope, which is really good. Approach is selected. Obviously, the ILS worked wonderfully. We just need to slow down, which we are not. Let's do full. We're reaching 3,000. Okay, we are at 3,000. Speed brakes, let's turn them back to armed. There they go, armed. We are below 210, so flaps 10. And we can actually go to flaps 15 once we, flaps 15. There we go. Okay. Let's wait. Okay, now the glide slope is live, so let's go to minimums. Let's go to 1. I think we should do fine with 130. Slow down, baby. We are on flaps 15. Let's do gear down. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Flaps 30. That's good. Let's stay there. Okay, now we are reaching our minimums right before we reach the glide slope. So now the aircraft should stabilize, and we should have we should grab the glide slope quite nicely. Gear is down. Flaps are down. We are established with the glide slope and localizer. Runway is in sight, and yep, we're doing great. Let's gonna set this to 086 as well. Let's set the nav here also to 110. I'm just trying something out. You don't really have to do this. This is active. We set both autopilot. I don't think we can. Okay, whatever. Let's just maintain this. And yeah, that was quite simple, wasn't it? And then what we have here, the messy thing we have here is the in case we need to do a go around. This is the go around route. But I don't think we're gonna be going around. Everything is looking amazing. Almost there. Radio altimeter is live. 500, 400. 300. Let's take out the auto throttle. And let's disable the autopilot once we are 50 feet. Okay. Autopilot disabled. Throttles down. Let's just There we go. Okay. Nuts. Can we get out the runway? Yes, we can. Woo! A little bit fast, but it works. Okay, there we go. That's it for the video. Thank you very much for sticking around. I really hope you enjoyed. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps me a ton. And if you really enjoy my content, please consider being my patron at patreon.com/crosscheck. See you around. Crosscheck out.